it's Haley, and today I'm going to be doing my July TBR. So I know I say this in every single video, but I honestly cannot believe that it's already July. Like, I have no idea where half of my summer went. What have I done? Oh my goodness. Anyways, I have some pretty mediocre plans for July. I don't have like too many books that I'm planning on reading that I'm kind of setting for myself to read. I'm kind of just leaving it to chance, and whatever I feel like reading is what I will end up reading. There are quite a few readathons this month. The booktubeathon is this month, and there's also cramathon this month, so I do have some shorter books in here that I will probably be reading for the cramathon. Booktubeathon, I'm just gonna kind of read whatever pertains to the challenges that they have. But yeah, I just kind of have a pile of books that have been interesting me lately that I think is what I'm going to read, but obviously nothing is set in stone. So yeah, let's just get into it. So first I'll start off with the book that I'm currently reading. I'm hoping to finish this before the end of June. It's actually June, I don't even know what day it is. The 28th? No, July 1st is in 2 days, so whatever comes before that. I don't know how many days there are in June. 30? I feel like I'm right. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking now. But what I'm currently reading is The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee. I can't say her last name, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not too far in at all. I'm on page 139, but I'm definitely hoping to finish this before the beginning of July. Hopefully, if not, then this will definitely be the first book that I finish in July. And on that same note, but this one I'm not too sure if I'm going to end up finishing before the beginning of July, and that is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I have been listening to the audiobook for this, and I actually restarted it because I wasn't really retaining a lot of it, and I don't think I was paying enough attention, so I restarted it. I was almost done. One of the first really bad, really sad death happened, and then I decided to start listening to it over again. So right now I'm on chapter 10. I was like 200 and something pages into it. I was like almost done it, but yeah, I'm glad I'm listening to it again because I am definitely retaining more, and I'm getting more into the story and more into the world, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Now these next few books are just the ones that are kind of catching my attention right now, so they're kind of the ones that I'm hoping to read in July, but no guarantees. So the first one is Forgive Me, Leonard Peacock by Matthew Quick. This one I believe I'm going to save for the cramathon because it's only like 200 something pages. It's not very big at all, so I think it would be a really good book for that, and I know Raylene over at Padfoot and Prong 07 really loves this book. All I really know about it is that it's, I believe, the main character's birthday, and he's planning on killing his best friend and himself. So it's a very intriguing kind of plot line, and I'm very interested to see what is going to happen. Next is A Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke by Anne Blankman. This is the second book in the Prisoner of Night and Fog duology. I've been informed it's only 2 books, so this will be the last book that will finish that off. I read Prisoner of Night and Fog last year, and it was one of my favorite books of the year. I really, really loved it, so I definitely want to know what happens to the characters. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen in this book, but I just really want to know. I want to know how the romance goes, and I just really want to know like what happens to Gretchen, and I just want to know how this story is going to end, because it didn't end on a cliffhanger, but it kind of did. Like, you don't really know the fate of any of the characters. It's all kind of up in the air, so I'm definitely going to be reading this in July, and I'm very, very excited for it. Next is Reality Boy by A.S. King. A bunch of people have been telling me that this is a very quick and really good read. I haven't read any A.S. King novels yet. I own most of her books, I believe. I've unhauled, I think, one of them. But anyways, so yeah, I've heard some pretty good things about this one. It seems like it's going to be kind of like the Truman Show, but with like a younger protagonist. So this boy, I believe he was on a reality, his life was made into a reality show when he was a kid, and now he's harboring a lot of anger and like feelings of resentment for that, and it's just kind of about how he deals with that. I could be completely wrong. I just know it's about like reality TV in some way, and a boy who was on it or is still on it. I don't really remember, but yeah, I'm looking forward to reading my first A.S. King novel because I know that I have heard nothing but great things, so I'm hoping I will enjoy it. Next is Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. So I read Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover this past month and I loved it. So I'm in a really Colleen Hoover mood, but I read all of her books, like every single book of hers that I've read like in just one day and just one sitting. So I'm saving this one for a readathon when I'm feeling kind of slumpy, because I know it's going to be a quick read, and I know it's not like the funnest of books. I believe it has a little bit of a heavier plot line, but I really love the fact that Colleen Hoover is able to make like romantic and kind of fun and uplifting stories, but also they have like kind of that deeper element to them. So yeah, I'm hoping that this story will be the same. I've heard really fantastic things about this one and I'm hoping I will enjoy it. Next is The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This book has been showing up on my TBR for the month a lot lately and I just haven't picked it up. I'm not really quite sure why. I guess because it's so big. It's not like that much bigger than the first book in the series. This is the second book of the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer trilogy, and this one's only like 50 pages bigger maybe, but I'm still kind of like, I need to prepare myself to read such a big book. I did read the first one in just one day, and I'm hoping that I can do the same with this one, though it is really big, so I'm gonna save it for when I'm not really feeling like really slumpy or anything, and I know I can pick up a big book and get through it pretty quickly. Next is Unhinged by A.G. Howard. This is the second book in the Splintered trilogy or whatever. I know there's a companion book coming out. I don't know if they're saying it's continuation in the same series. I don't know, but this is the second book in whatever Splintered series thingy, whatever it is. But a lot of people have told me that this is their favorite book out of all of them. I read Splintered back in February and I was really surprised that I really loved it. And although it can read as a standalone, I'm very interested to see what is going to happen to all of the characters, especially because of who is on the cover of this one. I think that's kind of intriguing, so I'm very much looking forward to diving back into the world of Wonderland that A.G. Howard has created, and I'm super excited for this one. And the last book that I'm hoping to read this month is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. So I was debating on unhauling this, but then I just got the audiobook from my library, and I'm just going to listen to it and give the book a chance. It is a pretty big book, and I'm not sure if I want to like devote the time to like read it page by page, so I think the audiobook, since I can like multitask, that will be a good idea. I know Maureen over at Maureen Keevy and Max over at Well Done Books really loved this book, and they didn't want me to unhaul it, so I am going to give it a chance this month, and I hope I will really like it. So that is all for my TBR for July. Let me know what you are planning on reading in July, or if you have read any of these books. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!